What's going on, my Latin ones? It's your boy Mosh the MC back again, and today we're talking about our boy, the heavenly demon himself, Doflamingo. But did you know, the more pollen your body intakes while you have allergies, the worse your allergy gets. See, I had a feeling, but until yesterday, I didn't really know how bad it could get. I was literally breathing out of my ears. I feel like my throat and my nose are just like, nope, can't do it. But I feel better today. I went for a run, went to the gym, and took my, Claritin, feeling really good, feel cleared up. So let's talk about our boy Dofi, who's in Impel Down, who's supposed to be assassinated, and how he could possibly escape and his interaction with CP9 will go. CP0, sorry. So, as we see in the Wano country, right, we had Kaido, and there was Dofi, and then there was Punk Hazard and Caesar. So, what we know is that Dofi actually was the dealer. He was the Joker. He was the one that was dealing the weapons from Wano to people all over. He was like the weapons broker. He was Kaido's man. He was the Joker, not man. He was Kaido's guy. He was the guy. If you need a guy that was Dofi, and in doing so, it messed up a couple things. So the interaction between CP0 and Orochi happened on Wano, and you know how the weapons of Wano are being used because of Dofi. Like I said, Dofi's like the weapons dealer. So now think about it like this. Now that Dofi, the middleman, is gone, I feel like CP0 had to go to Wano and deal with them in person. And I feel like that storyline, if you want to put things in a complete circle, I feel like that storyline is going to come out all the way back around. I feel like if Caesar's not the one to come to Wano and Vegapunk's not the one to come to Wano to cure the smiles, I feel like it could be Queen, Chopper, and Sanji, the mix of those three. Sanji has the blood of the genetic modification antidote, basically, because his mom, Queen, worked with Vegapunk, so she knows about the lineage factor, and Chopper already makes rumble balls that alter the effect of Devil Fruits. But besides that, the reason why I want Caesar to come, right, and as well as Dofi, I know Dofi was 2 arcs ago, and it may be too soon, but I feel like he coming back, because he was supposed to be in Wano, and Oda talked about it, and I feel like it would be perfect if he actually still made a comeback and actually faced someone like Sanji. But here's why. So, because he's a weapons worker, and now because CP0 is actually interacting with Orochi's head up, and how Orochi said he had Kaido backing him, but Kaido and Dofi are right there, and Dofi is a weapons distributor. Now that Dofi's in prison, right, and they try to save him, he's currently in Impel Down, and now CP0 is on Wano. I feel like there will be other CP0 members coming to Wano, as well as the SSG. See, my theory about the SSG is, since Vegapunk at one point was able to make artificial Devil Fruits with the literal effects or abilities of the normal Devil Fruit, he could do that with other ones. And he's been working on Kuma for quite some time. So Kuma has the ability to send someone anywhere they want. I don't know what the ability is called at the top of my head, but he can send people wherever he wants. And if he's able to mass produce that effect into an item, because he can put Devil Fruits inside an item, into an item, then maybe every single SSG member could possibly have the same ability about being able to go anywhere at any point. But now think of a CP0 member right now who's an assassin. So Khalifa, Lucci, Bluno, Kaku, I can't remember, Stussy maybe? I can't remember. But and then the 3 on Wano. Now think of one person who can actually sneak in to Impel Down and not be caught. Did you think about it? Yes, that's right, Bluno. So my thought process is, the easiest way to get into Impel Down, right, would be with Bluno's Door Fruit. And you already know who's an assassin. And also how Lucci now is almost a protectant of the CP or the Celestial Dragons, and Doflamingo has the lineage with the Celestial Dragons, the Don Quixote family. So now, imagine they hire Lucci and Bluno to, instead of assassinate him, to go and rescue him, right? Or he's saying if he tells them, if you kill me, then you have no idea what's going to happen, or he exposes some information that I know this. If you kill me, you can't. If you kill me, I know there'll be a lot of repercussions. So they don't kill him. So now Bluno, maybe alongside the other ones, because he can carry other people inside his dimension. They go and rescue Doflamingo, and the fact is Doflamingo is a spiteful, vengeful person, right? So is Bluno, so is Lucci, so is Kaku, so is Khalifa. But Lucci and Doflamingo more than others. And now think about Bluno, because basically all the CP9 members are like humans trained to the peak of humanity, basically being able to do the Rokushiki techniques. So them learning Haki is not like weird, and I think Lucci actually has Conqueror's Haki, but that's another story for another day. But them learning Haki is not something weird. But then them also awakening their Devil Fruit is not weird at all. Maybe Kaku and Khalifa, maybe not, but Bluno, Lucci, Jabra, maybe them awakening their Devil Fruit, yes. And if they're able to awaken their Devil Fruit, who knows what Bluno himself can do with his door fruit. Maybe make multiple doors, maybe make doors underwater, and not actually being underwater when he's underwater in his dimension. But them using a combination of Bluno, Lucci, and probably other Marines, SSG, Doflamingo show up in Wano. And I feel like it almost fits because the way the tides of the world are going to turn, Doflamingo is almost the key component. His interaction with CP0, his interaction being the weapons broker, and his information, just the information in general, what he knows is big, right? Yes, he was a past villain, and yes, they're still going to hate him, but they always like Luffy always ends up getting help from people in the past that he's worked with, like Crocodile, the same thing with the jailbreaking trying to save Ace. So Doflamingo was supposed to be in Wano, and I feel like it wouldn't be complete if he doesn't show up in Wano. It will still be complete because Oda has a way of writing things, but Doflamingo showing up in Wano, I feel like it fits the narrative really well. Because the Heavenly Demon, it's like there's so much lore in Wano with spirits coming back, souls coming back, demons, yokai, kamis. Well, kami's really God, but descendants, will, voice of all things. This Dolphy fits the criteria to be in Wano. It has to be like, I just feel like it wouldn't be right if he wasn't King, Queen, Jack, Joker. I need the deck and the numbers. I need the deck, man. I need that was funny. I need Joker in Wano. It just makes sense. So what would his role be in Wano? Because he's scared of Kaido, right? I have this feeling that instead of going after Luffy and the Straw Hats, which he will, he still will, but if he sees an opportunity to kill Kaido, he will take it. And the real interference will not come from Doflamingo fighting Kaido, but it will come from the other CP0 members. Because right now, the story just feels too lackluster. I feel like this war needs an outside force coming, maybe an Admiral, maybe the SSG. And if so, then it sort of like evens up the playing field. Because right now, CP0 is just biding time for some reason. Like, at this point, they know, to them, Orochi's dead. They can't work with Kaido, right? The Onigashima is being transported, right? And they're CP0, so they're not like they can shave. They can do shave. They can literally they can skywalk. They can get out of there. So at this point there's no reason for them to remain in the in Wano unless they're waiting for someone or something. And the something could possibly be a poneglyph or Kaido dying, but to them I don't think they would expect Kaido to die or Big Mom to die. So it has to be like a reason. And I feel like they're waiting for an outside force. Because there's no other information that they could possibly get besides possibly the poneglyph or they're tasked in retrieving Luffy and Law. And the reason why I say Luffy and Law is because of the D clan. And I don't know if they know about Law being a D, but they know about the op fruit. And I know Luffy is like, Luffy's a wanted man, but also he holds the will of D. So capturing him would be like a top priority. So I think it's one of those two things. Or one of those three things. No, two things, yeah. Either they're waiting for someone to come, or they're waiting for an opportunity time to capture people. Because there's literally nothing else for them to do. Maybe they literally have Vegapunk with them, or they're waiting for Vegapunk to show up. But when you think about it, like, what else is there? They're literally just chilling, playing Go Board, talking about the numbers on both sides. But now, they wait for other CP0 members to come, and then they go about their plan. Their plan could literally be, if they send Lucci, SSG, and others, their plan can literally be not only to capture Luffy, Law, but also retrieve the poneglyphs, I'll probably learn more about Wano, but that, I mean, I feel like they've been going to Wano for a while, so they probably know everything they need to know. Not take down Kaido, but apprehend Kaido, apprehend Big Mom. But then you also have to remember the Big Mom pirates are there and they haven't been shown up yet. Like they haven't really been a part of the war, and that's why I feel like if the Big Mom pirates get there, right, it would be, I would say it would be like almost a landslide victory. 'Cause I feel like at that point they'll be outnumbered. Obviously, Oda can write a different way, but it'll be almost a landslide. So what I think is going to happen, right, is the Beast Pirates, the Gifters, are going to almost split forces. So you're going to have a four-way war. Is what I can see happening. You have the Big Mom Pirates in one section. You have the Beast Pirates in another section, the ones that still remain, like King, Queen, Jack, Joker, being Doflamingo, and then the ones who aren't affected by Queen's speech on the live floor, the Numbers, and the Gifters who haven't ate the fruits, who ate the Kibi Dongos. Then you have Luffy and his crew, the Samurai, Law Kid, Sanji, Zoro, all of them, and the Beast Pirates that went over. And then you have the government. You have the SSG led by the CP0 and other forces, possibly an admiral at that point, or some other vice admirals. And that way you would have a four-way war, and it would be a better encompassed storyline. Instead of, oh, the raid may fail, or Luffy, Big Mom, and Kaido are going against Luffy. Because at that point, no matter how you write it, if the Big Mom pirates don't show up at all, that's just like a wasted point. And if they don't overrun the raid alliance, then that's a moot point as well, because there's no way, even the Kid Law, Luffy, they're strong, but there's just no way, there should be no plausible way that they literally beat Kaido. Because after right now, Kaido is literally manhandling everyone, dropping bodies left and right. Luffy's getting power-ups left and right, and he's still not enough. So the only way for them to win is literally everyone, like I literally mean everyone, like Zoro, Sanji, all the Straw Hats, Kid, Law, they all jump on Kaido, right? Just to defeat Kaido, right? But then you think about Big Mom is still there. And that's why I'm saying there's just no way, and there's no way possible for them to win, because it takes them so much effort to defeat Kaido. But Big Mom is still there, and she's very equivalent in strength. Yes, Kid and Law are fighting her right now, but I do not see Kid and Law taking out Big Mom by themselves. And if that's the case, then Big Mom was literally nowhere near in the realm of Yonko. That means Luffy, after learning Advanced Conqueror's Haki, may have been able to take on Big Mom by himself and almost fight her to a stalemate. That's what I feel like. So I feel like it's going to be a four-way war at some point, and that's their introduction to the SSG. And that is, in a sense, of them saving Wano, because they're going to defeat Kaido and Big Mom. But I think Kaido dies. Big Mom is either slain or she's captured by CP0. But Law and Luffy are also captured. And then this is where I think things get out of hand. After they get captured, obviously the morale of Wano is high because they won. Kaido's gone. But now it's a mission to rescue Luffy, right? And in rescuing Luffy, this is where I feel like the other pieces show up, and that's how the war starts to slowly develop. Maybe they make a quick shift to Elbath, maybe not long. Maybe Hyrule shows up and they go to Elbath for a day or two, and then they catch up and then meet up with the Grand Fleet and possibly Shanks, and then they go to save Luffy. Obviously, the whole Shanks plotline is really hard to think about, but I feel like it's going to be a four-way war, and this is why I want Doflamingo to come. And I said in the beginning of the video, I said Doflamingo. It was a Doflamingo video. But it's more or less what I want to happen going on later in the war. And I feel like Doflamingo is going to play a key component. The Heavenly Demon, just the nickname itself, I feel like it will play a perfect part in the Wano playlet, the way Wano's going with the whole lore and stuff like that, and mythology. I feel like Heavenly Demon is cream of the crop, honestly. And CP0 has no purpose. They have no purpose that I can think about right now in the whole grand scheme of things. So they're just there chilling. Unless, like I said, they're waiting for someone else to come. And I feel like the assassin is going to be Blueno and the other Blueno plus others maybe, or just Blueno. And instead of killing Doflamingo, he actually rescues him, and then they end up showing Wano because of SSG. And that's a lot of headcanon, but I feel like I like it a lot because it makes the war more realistic to win, right? Because if it's just two Yonkos versus the Worst Generation Alliance without all of the Worst Generation, because we're still missing Bonnie, Yaruj, Beiji, I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's just those three. Because there's 9. There's Zoro, Luffy, Law, Kid, Killer, Hawkins, Apu. Right? There's 10. Apu, Donnie, Beige, Yurush. The 10. Okay, it was 10. I don't know why I thought that was 9. But yeah, and it's still the whole myth of the 9 shadow, the 9 ghosts. So that's why I feel like the whole lore of spirits and ghosts coming back would play into the whole heavenly demon aspect, and Enma being the god of hell, judging right or wrong. He's the god of hell who judges right and wrong. So I just feel like it all just fits with heavenly demon, Joker coming, CP0 showing up, and there being like a literal all-out war, And hey, listen. And this is why Blackbeard, this is why my last video was talking about Blackbeard and the ancient weapon. Because Blackbeard said if the Marines are just going to take it, how about we just beat them there? Maybe the Marines get there and get the ancient weapon first. And they're confident enough to just go to Wano. Like, the CPs they saved Doflamingo. Blue Notice hides Doflamingo in his second dimension. And they head to Wano with the ancient weapon. Because I feel like Wano was closed because they were scared of, because of the external powers. Could have been the ancient weapons. If they get the ancient weapon and they go to Wano, I feel like it all literally ties in together. I feel like if it doesn't, it makes so much sense. They close the borders because of the ancient weapon. They open the borders, or the borders are opened by the ancient weapon, and the other faction joins the war. So it's a 4-way war, or it could be 3-way. It could be Big Mom, and Kaido versus Luffy and the others versus the government, and we may get a second rock situation with it being Wano, and instead, well, my phone's going off right now. I'm getting messages. I'm just kidding. But like a 3-way war, Luffy, the government, the Marines, and Big Mom and Kaido, and it's almost has to be a rock situation where the government, the Marines and Luffy team up to take down Kaido, and in the same situation, to take down Big Mom. And then that brings back the whole Yamato takes over the Beast Pirates, Katakuri takes over the Big Mom Pirates, Luffy's with the Straw Hats, and they get the worst generation. And what I'm not trying to overlook is like the worst generation is like they have a title for the 10 pirates, but the worst generation is also just the new generation. You know what I'm saying? It could also just be Yamato, it could also just be Katakuri. It's the new generation of pirates. And if they take over for the Beast Pirates, Yamato and Katakuri takes over for the Big Mom Pirates, then they will have the true worst generation lines, and when you think about the term Odin said, the seas will split, right? If 2 Yonko go down, and then obviously other Yonkos show up, but the warlords are now down, the seas are split. You have Marines on one side, and if you get the entire lines with the worst generation from Luffy, Yamato, Katakuri, and then Shanks as well, and Blackbeard's on his own, but Blackbeard will still be in the mix because he's a pirate. It will be the Marines versus the pirates, and the seas will split. A war that will make the seas split, and that will be like, yes, it's a term, it's like a phrase because saying the seas will split, but like literally it will split down the middle. Marines versus pirates, and that's it. And whoever wins takes control, and that's what Dolphy says. Whoever wins is the one who justice is determined by the person who wins. So there we go. So that's my thought on the whole thing. But I feel like Doflamingo, everything what Doflamingo has said, like every single dialogue that Doflamingo's in, and he's talking about the outside world or talking about things he could have possibly done, is very important. They're not to be overlooked because Oda literally placed them there for us to pick up on. And a lot of us overlook them because it was just in that one arc. But Doflamingo knows a lot, and he's told us a lot, and he's hinted to a lot possibly happening. So, like I say, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I feel like it's going to go in that direction. Honestly, external force coming. CP0 has something to do with what's going on right now. They're just biding time. Like I said, let's leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And like I said at the end of every single video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell button to come back next time and remain enlightened, y'all. Peace.